the long wait will finally be over. In less than 2 months, as the long-awaited Avatar: The Way of the Water will hit the theaters this December. And as we wait, the recent re-release of the 2009's blockbuster of a movie, Avatar, it came along with 3 different post-credit scenes, which is the reason that I am here today. I want to tell you all about them. And without further ado, let's dive right in. Enjoy! After 13 years, the Avatar sequel is finally coming. A movie that will dive even deeper into the world of Pandora, and it tells a continuation of the story that we have seen in the first movie, which was a marvel in of itself. Not only because of how complex and successful the movie was, but also because of the details, bits and pieces the filming industry got introduced to for the first time when the movie released, with the public being able to see things for the first time ever. To put it simply, the movie was first of its kind. The sequel looks to continue this trend, as it has been said that the movie will in fact be one of a kind. And when we look at the first movie and how it panned out, I for one cannot wait to see what the sequel will bring to the table. The movie will boast a whole lot of characters and new adventures, all taking place in a world unknown. One that Jake, together with his family, will explore in an attempt to find his people a new home after their last one was destroyed. The first official trailer for the movie dropped around 5 months ago, and ever since, the fans have been wondering about anything new coming out, and we got just that. Because along with the screenings of the re-release of the first movie, we also got to see different post-credit ones that give additional information about what awaits us in the upcoming sequel. And without further ado, let's dive in. Directed by none other than James Cameron, the sequel's predicament leads Jake's family towards a meet with the Metkayina, yet another clan like himself, who is an ocean-based tribe on the planet of Pandora. This alone will expand the franchise in a major way, with the movie throughout its run showcasing some new concepts, creatures, and as I said before, a plethora of characters. The sequel will also pave the way for another 3 movies to come, for which it has been said by James Cameron himself that will be standalone movies, in a sense that they will all have their story to tell, while also being connected to all the other sequels of the franchise. Something that is not clear right now, but something I think that the sequel will give us a clear picture of what Cameron exactly wanted to say. As for the post-credits mentioned before, they were all scattered and showed the visual prowess of the upcoming sequel and all the new technology that was used during the making of the movie, particularly the underwater scenes and sequences. One of the sequences that we got to see was Jake and Neytiri's Na'vi children swimming with a group of Metkayina members, a scene that showcased just how easily the ocean tribe navigates through the water, while the Sully siblings have trouble even breathing underwater. However, arguably the biggest takeaway from his scene was Kyrie, Jake and Neytiri's adopted Na'vi daughter, who, after the swimming lessons, she gets lost, only for her to be shown exploring the underwater terrain much more easily than her siblings. The other interesting thing about Kyrie is the fact that she is portrayed by Sigourney Weaver, who played Dr. Grace Augustine in the first movie, who was fatally shot by Colonel Miles Quatrich during the first movie. In an attempt to save her, Jake brings Grace to hit that like button just like you should if you haven't done so already. But no, in reality, he brings her to the Tree of Souls and for her consciousness to be transformed into the Na'vi body. However, her injuries were too severe and she died. Now, I don't know what happened and how she was able to live on, but it looks like Weaver's character is in fact a daughter of her previous role, Grace, on one hand, while also Kyrie possibly being a reincarnated Grace, something the movie will surely clear out when it releases. The last words Grace told Jake, and her being, and I quote, "I'm with her, Jake. She's real," pointing towards the Na'vi goddess Iwa, could be the one hint that could theoretically point to Grace having somehow reincarnated as Kyrie. I know this all sounds a little bit confusing, but once an additional footage gets released, maybe another official trailer, you will get a much clearer picture about all of this. All in all, though the footage indicates Kyrie identifies Grace as her mother, the fact that the doctor's Na'vi body was not only visibly pregnant upon her death could hint at a deeper mystery behind the girl's origin. The importance of family seems to be the name of the game for the sequel, something that was explored to some extent in the first movie, with more runtime given to the dystopian world of Pandora, which was great. as it gave a lot of us answers to all of the questions we had back in the day. The second scene at hand focuses on yet another of Jake and Atari's children, Loek, who gets rescued by a well-liked being named Payakan, part of a race of sea creatures known as Tolkiens. The creature talks to Loek and befriends him, something that will probably be a deal breaker for the relationship between Jake and his tribe and the Matkaina in the movie, I suppose. The producer of the sequel, John Landau, stated that the Tolkiens are smart animals, maybe as intelligent as the Na'vi, and seeing that one of the upcoming sequels could be named Avatar: The Tolkien Rider, we will probably see more of Loek and the Tolkiens, with the franchise giving these smart creatures even more significance in the future, with the upcoming sequel serving as their introduction to the franchise. And I almost forgot, some rumors suggest that the scene itself seemingly teases the potential of the creature in the future and could be connected to the story of Jake and his family moving forward. So you can see that they are going to be important in the movie. A creation from the people working on the sequel, an attempt of their side to bring a creature that was on the scale of Pandora, a sentient species that are very intelligent in their own way, as the Na'vis are in theirs. The sequel will introduce us to the leader of the Matkaina tribe, Tonawari, and the third scene I want to talk about showcases him interacting with Loek, with the clip supposedly taking place after Jake's eldest son, Loek, met with Payakan, something that greatly displeases Tonawari for a still undisclosed reason, with him explaining to Loek that Payakan actually smashed the subscribe button and ring that notification bell. But no, on the more serious side of things, that he murdered someone and was expelled from his pack. Given that the creatures are not killers, this could prove to be a big misjudgment for Tawari's side, as the relationship between Loek and Payakan will probably take the center stage in the sequel. Jake steps into the conversation and says that he will take care of things in the entire situation with his son. As for Payakan, given the description of the creatures and their intelligence, there will probably be a justifiable reason behind Payakan's killing. The bond between Loek and Payakan seems to be pivotal to the emotional anchor in this sequel, and could therefore factor into the movie's larger narrative, something that will greatly expand the mythology of the series.
But you report to me. Can you do that for me, son?
Hell yeah, sir.
And us seeing that there is so much more that has yet to be explored in the franchise, something all of the scenes hint at, and something I will be a key for the future of the franchise and the progress of it. That is all. But whatever the case may be, I am more than certain that the movie will be a huge hit when it releases in theaters on December 16th later this year. And seeing how close we are to it, keep your eyes open to any news that come your way in the near future, as we impatiently wait to see all that happens on the big screen. See you in the next video.